Hi, in this video I'll help you get to know your car a little better. At the end of this video I've put together a straightforward infographic that summarizes all the key points. Like, subscribe and comment below. It really helps.
Hey there. So you're driving your Chevrolet, minding your own business, and then bam, the check engine light comes on. If the code reader spits out P1689, don't sweat it. You've come to the right place. We're going to break down what that code means and, more importantly, what you can do about it.
You know that sinking feeling, right? You're just cruising along and that little orange light pops up on the dash. It's like a universal symbol for this is about to get complicated and probably expensive. But hold on, it doesn't have to be. That light is just trying to talk to you.
See, that light is connected to a specific diagnostic trouble code. Think of it as your car's way of telling you exactly where it hurts. And in this case, the message it's sending is code P1689. This isn't just a random error. It's a very specific clue from your car's brain. And here's the good news. This is a really common issue, so you're not alone. The key is understanding what the code means so you can fix it without just throwing money at the problem. So let's get into it and figure out what your car is trying to say. All right, so what's the deal with this specific code? What is your car trying to tell you? Let's translate all that technical mechanic speak into something we can all understand. Okay, so the official definition sounds like a real mouthful. Traction control delivered torque output circuit. All that really means is that your car's main computer, the powertrain control module, or PCM, is seeing a weird voltage signal coming from the traction control system, and it's been seeing it for at least 30 seconds. To put it even more simply, just think of it like a bad phone connection. Your car's main brain, the PCM, is trying to talk to the traction control system, but the signal is staticky or it's dropping out completely. It's a classic communication breakdown. So, if it's a communication issue, where's the breakdown actually happening? Well, our research shows it usually boils down to one of four main suspects. We're going to play detective and look at each one. Here are our usual suspects. It could be a simple bad connection right where the wires plug into the main computer. It could be a damaged wire somewhere else in the car's nervous system. The problem could be with the traction control system itself. Or, and this is the least likely, the main computer could be the one that's faulty. Now, this is so important. We're not just going to start guessing. The smart way to handle this is to start with the easiest and cheapest things to check first, and then work our way up to the harder, more expensive possibilities. This strategy alone can save you a ton of time and money. All right, enough talk. Let's get to the action plan. Here is a clear, step-by-step checklist you can follow to figure this out methodically. You see how this follows our list of suspects? It's a logical path. First, you or your mechanic checks the physical connection to the computer. Easy enough. Then, you trace the wiring to look for damage. After that, you dig into the traction control system parts. And only as a very last resort do you start thinking about replacing the main computer itself. And this table right here, this is your roadmap. It lays it all out. For a poor connection, you're looking for simple stuff. Bent pins. Maybe the connector is just loose. For a damaged harness, you're on a hunt for frayed wires or corrosion. If both of those look good, then the focus shifts to the traction control system. And only if everything else checks out does the PCM become the likely problem. So, here's the bottom line. You're now armed with a logical plan. You're not just a victim of that blinking warning light anymore. You actually have a roadmap to find the solution. You know, this quote from our source material really just says it all, doesn't it? It's the exact ordered process we've just walked through. Check the connection, check the wires, diagnose the system, and only then, if you have to, replace the computer. Just by understanding what this code means and the logical steps to fix it, you can have a totally different conversation with your mechanic. You can make sure they aren't just jumping to the most expensive fix. Seriously, this knowledge is your best tool for saving time, avoiding a ton of stress, and keeping your money where it belongs, in your pocket. So you're not just a driver with a problem anymore. You're an informed owner with a plan. Whether you're popping the hood yourself or heading down to the shop, you know exactly where the investigation should start. So now that you're armed with this knowledge, what's your first step?